Alright guys, so today we're going to have our debate, and today's resolution is the death penalty should be banned. Okay, we're going to start with our pro team. So Alex will go first. He will introduce the pro team and then give the first argument. Go ahead, Alex.
Our opinion is that the death penalty should be banned because if the death penalty will be banned, there are lots of good effects. Our first assertion is that the death penalty is not just. The reason is that the criminal has human rights too. We have valuable human rights. Similarly, criminals have them too. We should respect others' human rights and be reasonable. So the death penalty should be banned.
Alright, excellent. So that was the first argument from the pro team. Alright, so now we'll go on to the con team. So please introduce your team and give your first argument.
Today's topic is the death penalty should be banned. I disagree with this resolution. I believe less people commit murder and abduction. Many people are afraid of the death penalty. People don't want to be killed by someone, so less people will commit murder and abduction.
Alright, very good. So this was our first con argument. Please now give a rebuttal to what Alex said. He said that all criminals should have human rights too. So what is the rebuttal?
This is true, but criminals can lose some of their rights as punishment.
Alright, very good. Excellent. Alright, so now we're going to go to the pro team for our second pro argument. So Ben will give us that. Ben, please.
Death penalty don't inspire that person's family because also criminal family hurt too.
Alright, very good. And how about a rebuttal to what Jessica said about having less crime?
The death penalty is just like other punishments that people are afraid.
Alright, very good. Alright, excellent. So we'll go back now to the con team, and the con team will give us a second argument. So why don't you give us a second argument?
To maintain law and order, because if we don't have the death penalty, society will be confused and fall into disorder. And if we don't have the death penalty, many criminals commit many crimes, so the society will be confused and fall into disorder.
Alright, excellent. And how about a rebuttal for Ben's last argument?
This is true but not important because criminals must be punished even if their families feel bad.
Alright, very good, excellent. Alright, so now we'll go back to the pro team over here. And so please give us your third argument. Keep going.
Death penalty is unnecessary. People can talk and think to solve the problem.
Alright, very good. So the death penalty is unnecessary. People can think instead. So let's go ahead and give us the argument then as well, or your rebuttal, I mean. So your rebuttal?
This is not true because many people are afraid to commit crime without the death penalty.
Alright, very good. So we don't need the death penalty for people to be afraid. Alright, good. So we'll go into our last con argument, please. Last con argument.
The governments can make a country without crimes if they commit the death penalty. In other words, many people are afraid of death and commit less crimes. So the government make a country without crime if they commit the death penalty. For example, people are afraid of death, so they commit less crimes. Then the country becomes peaceful.
Alright, very good. And how about a last rebuttal for what Ben said? Last rebuttal.
This is not true because many criminals do not think about why they crimes.
Alright, very good. Yeah, so many of them don't think about why they make crimes. Alright guys, good. So that concludes our debate on banning the death penalty. Thank you guys very much.